Welcome back to Farm Simulator 22. It has been a while since I have recorded. I did do a load of these in bunches, but anyway, here we are again. So now this here field has been cut. That is actually the second cut. There was a tiny one where it was just 1 month of it grown, and that is the second cut. And over here we have the oats. So oats were planted, and well, you can see over here we had a bit of a disaster. Let me see, can I get on top of this just to show this? Possibly not. Oh, apparently we can. That's cool. So yeah, if you can see there, we drove through the oat field by accident. I completely forgot about it. Set the tractor on cruise control while I was setting up the course play, and then realised that, well, I can't pick this up, can I? Yeah, so that there needs to be harvested. So what we'll do is we'll go and we'll get the harvester. With the money we have is 70k, but I'm not in a big hurry now to go and get that, to go and get it harvested. So I think what we'll do is we'll just get a basic one. We'll not go mad with it because it doesn't need to be that big. Let's see, so 99. I think what we'll do is, what size is that? That's a 15.2. I do like the 12. Let's go down size. That's only sunflowers, and that's 12 meters, and that does oats. That looks like canola. Maybe that's canola. That looks like oats there, so we'll get this one. And press skip and combinations. We get this one. And this. That leaves us with a good bit of money left. Okay. Let me get my controller. Alright, let's get this thing. Come on, lock it in. Should have locked in by now. I don't think it has, is it? Oh, on the board. It's not even on, is it? Doesn't look like it's on. Anyway. Well, to a point it seems to be on, so I don't really care as long as it stays on. It's close enough for me. It's definitely not on. Actually, we're gonna go. Let me see now. What's the best way? We'll start off with the top field, or maybe we'll actually start off with this one here. That'll do there. Let's see. Let's return this here. Stupid thing. I know it's a bit pointless, but sometimes it's good to have. Now, you might be wondering, why am I using a smaller one instead of the big large one? Well, to be honest, I'm going to be leaving this on autopilot anyway, so there is no need to go with a big massive one. Now, you can save cost here and there, but I do like the 12. It's one of my favourites. I would like to buy this eventually, but we won't be doing that much, no, for it to actually be worthwhile getting it. Let's see, this one here. Alright, it's gonna go back and it's alpha up here, so that's alright. Oh, that's weird. Alright, so let that work away there. There's something I want to try out here as well. Have we got a truck? Because I am going to try something. I've never seen this been done before, but I'll leave it as a wee bit of a surprise. What month is it actually? July. July. The next time we cut the grass is October. Do we have to sell it in July? No. Sugar. There is a load of sugar there left over, and I am very tempted to sell it. But the only reason I'm not is because there's quite a long process to getting it cut and all. But I suppose we could use the small field for that, because that large one's just going to stay as grass. Because it's so awkward and all that, and those smaller fields, they'll be perfect for all that other stuff. So, yeah. What I did was the field where we had the grass on originally, the small flat one. Well, the small flat one, the two merged fields. I should pull over here to the side so I can talk. That was 50% fertilized, and then when I went over it with a cultivator, I forgot that what happens is whenever the grass is like cultivated into the ground, it counts as 100% fertilized, which was so good because all we had to do is put the seed, the oat seed, straight on top, and it was 100% fertilized, and then the only thing you needed to do was throw the herbicide at it, and that kept it the weeds and all down. So the yield is pretty much close to 100% in it, which is very, very good. So anyway, let's continue. So here's my theory, right? What happens if we stop traffic just before the barrier comes down? Like if we stop, see here, right? And a car comes, and then the train comes. Does it go flying? Because the train doesn't stop, and the cars certainly do. So the other thing as well is when you drive into a car, it doesn't nothing happens to it because it's like an immovable object. So this is one of these scenarios whereas what happens when you have an unstoppable force such as the train that hits. Actually, no, it will go backwards. Will it actually stop? Go back another bit. Right. That looks good enough for me. Now, not too sure where the train is. Let's see, we'll go on the map. Right, let's see. Don't see the train. Could be anywhere. But I'm curious to know what happens. Will it not come because there's something on the tracks? That's the other thing, my thinking as well. Don't see it yet. But it shouldn't take long to come. But that's my theory anyway, is because there's something on the track, it's not going to spawn. You won't beep the horn at me again, I dare you. Oh no, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. There it is. So curious to see now, this will probably crash the game. I don't know, I've never seen what happens now if it does. It's not stopping at all. Alright, so it's coming around that bend, there's it there. Doesn't look to be looking to go that fast anyway. Alright, it's on the home straight. Let's stand back, so I want to see what happens. Oh, there it comes. Oh. Oh dear. Oh. That's very disappointing. Well, anyway. Very disappointing. So yeah, the harvester's working away there on the field. So what we'll do is we'll go and get the trailer, the truck and trailer, pick up the wheat, not the wheat, the oats, and then deliver them up to the flour factory. The one thing I'll have to say about that flour factory is it does produce quite a lot of pallets. So I've already filled up that pallet storage over here on the right, so I've started to go up to the bale shed as well, because I don't want to be leaving them out. It's just too many entities in the game. Oh, I nearly had a heart attack there for a second. I just seen that brown field over there. I was like, hold on, I thought I'd put oats in it, but yeah, you can see the divide line there. So let's go switch over to this and start this here up. The other thing as well as I need to do is start filling up that straw shed a bit with more of that stuff, because it needs. What we're going to do as well is all that straw that's down there in the field that's currently getting left on the ground, that's going to be taken up, baled and sold. I'm not going to be storing any of that. It's not really worth it. Which means we will be renting a baler, but I'll also check to see if it's whereabouts is it actually. Right, it's coming up this way. We'll try and meet it round. Yes, there's the track there. I accidentally put in, drove through it. I think it was with it was the other truck. Yeah, as soon as I realised, I was like, oh no. And I actually debated whether or not just continue going on, but no, I did no, and I took a quick turn. Which way does that pipe go again? Turn around here. I'll need it on the way down. Alright, it's going 10 kilometers an hour anyway, so this here will be done in 46 minutes, but I'm planning of using that time anyway, which I'll skip now in a second. I'm planning on doing that to get a couple of things done. There's a few pallets and stuff to lift and cars and all to sort out, so it usually takes me about that time anyway. And then I'm going to go and bale it, but I'm not going to show that, there's no point, so I'm going to go around the baler and pick all that there up. And that'll be that, so I'll bale it. Bales will be kept out, and then they'll be sold in straw December. So December coming, they'll be sold, all of them. But I might actually lift the straw that's up there and turn it into bales as well, but put them in storage, because we do need a lot of straw for the cows. But the thing is, we can do oats, we can do wheat, we can do barley whenever. If it's needed, it's needed. We can get it. It's not that hard. Right. Now, how do we do this again? I just need to set the cruise control on this thing. Oh, wait, no, I was going to set that to not turn on the field, but then I realized up there it has issues, which means that's another thing as well I wanted to talk about. I am very tempted to square this all off, so square it off about here across to there, and then join this field onto this one. I don't know how the course is going to work between these here fields. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm sure we'll find something. Right, let me see, let's set this here up. 5 and... is it another 10, does it? It's -10, and then maybe it goes in one. Yeah, it looks like it there. Maybe go another wee bit to the right. Oh, the left, I should say. So I'm going to take that up and then deliver it up to the flour mill, where it'll be turned into pallets and take up more room. But we should get a lot of money. Also, the other thing as well, as I forgot to mention, is that the dairy has been turned on to making butter and cheese, because we are making that much milk that we're just selling it, which is something I'm trying to get into the habit of doing. So the minute we have too much milk, I'm trying to sell it over at the chocolate conserve, whatever you call that. Because it's just waste if you're not collecting the milk and selling it. It's just a complete waste. So what I'm trying to do is deliver the milk to the dairy, and then whatever's left, take that to be sold. And the best time for that, milk, is January. But usually it's okay. But I've activated them other facilities anyway, just to try and use it up. I might actually buy a second facility to put more milk into it, because I'd rather make extra money from it than than just going directly selling it. And it's handy as well because it's all over there. But anyway, let's go ahead and turn around. So I'm going to bale all that stuff eventually, and I think I might just get the ordinary bale. There's no point getting that big large one because it's only good for silage. But eventually we will buy one, and we'll buy that large one for the silage. I do need to have a proper turning in there, so I do. Get a bit of a run start up this hill. Just push that way back. There we go. I don't like the way that it's, that's stuck in the way. Those pallets. Just stuck in the way, there. So I'll have to do like a wee turn here or something to get around this. I also need to complete the path for connecting it back onto the road again, because that's a bit awkward that having to do this. That's a bit. I do like to have some form of roleplay to a point now where it's sort of realistic, but yeah, I need to get that sorted. Anyway, I'm going to get ahead with doing the rest of this here, and when we come back, we'll skip to October, cut that field, and then it'll be one cut, and then it'll be a baling. So what I might do is just leave that straw there until we go and get the baler, because it's not going to do any harm with it just sitting there. And let me see, in July nothing else gets grown there, is there? Poplar, and then October we could do barley in October, so we could lift in October and then plant the barley. That's just something to think about. So at least then we've got barley as well going into that facility, which reminds me as well that needs to be turned back on. I don't think the autosave's working properly either. So you can see that the dairy's all turned on. So this is oats, so we'll turn that there on now. And then we'll do the barley as well. And that just gets us more money. Now, I would like to go and get more facilities to bake different things, but that's where I'm thinking of using that field over there in the back for. So let me just explain here what I will be doing. So this field here, this field is a bit too small for planting stuff on it. Now, it does come with this bit of land here, which is good. But what I've been thinking is, now it might seem like a bit of a waste to some people, but I'm going to buy this plot of land here, and I'm going to put all the facilities on it for making the bakery. So they're all going to go in here, and I was originally thinking of putting it somewhere like in this here, like kind of over here, but I don't like having to go across that roundabout. I hate that. I hate driving along here. It's just really awkward. Now, saying that, what we could do is we could technically buy this land and part of this here, and then make a path that goes along there. But let me just check to see, because if we buy this and we own this bit here, then that might be beneficial for putting a path along there. But something tells me you can't. No. So that belongs to that, and that belongs to this here. And there is no path. You can't put any path there. You have to buy pretty much this here, and then buy this field here, which is 92,000, and that's 249. But you can't get that many facilities in here. But what we'll do is we'll put a few facilities going along here, a road in between, another few facilities going along there, because I am not putting any more facilities on a hill. That is disastrous, and it's just a recipe for disaster, really. But we will get a load of facilities going along there. And the thing is, it makes use of that back wall as well, because there is nothing beyond that point. But we will try and set up, I'll try and work out what facilities are needed, because what I would like to do is put all the automatic facilities, i.e. the ones where they automatically get distributed to, put those in the back, because we won't be touching them, whereas the ones where we need to like deliver stuff to it, they'll be coming at the front, so easier to get to. So yeah, I need to work out something, and I need to do like a flowchart, or find a flowchart for what is needed for each facility, and work out what fields we need to get, because what I would like to do in the long run is buy all the adjacent fields around here and plant different crops in it. So for example, like this one here could be wheat, this one here could be barley, this one here could be sugar, this one here could be, I don't know, like a thing of strawberries, and this one here could be well, I don't know what ones are used for let's see, production. Let's have a quick look. The bakery, yeah. So we got eggs, butter. That's not hard, that's from the milk. Strawberries, that's from milk. That's sugar, and that's here. We pretty much have all that stuff. I think that's the most advanced one. I think it is the most advanced. And then of course you can get the cereal factory as well, so that's good to get as well. Maybe we'll get something like that as well. And then here's your oil mill, grape process, and yeah, it's something to think about. So yeah, it's just eggs and butter, strawberries, milk, sugar, and we have these three here plus this one here. The only thing we need is eggs and strawberries. But I would like to buy, let's say, that field over here, or like a wee small one, maybe even this one here, and just fill that there with strawberries. Pick them up and put them into like storage, so like wee storage unit here on the side of the road. And maybe over here as well we'll buy this here. So that's 107. That's about 200k worth of fields there. I'd probably get these two here, so put chickens in this one, and then put the what do you call it, strawberries over there. But I'd rather keep everything sort of local, but I might try and squeeze everything over here, because we'll try and make use of this land in here as well. So maybe we'll put like our chicken coops and all in here, and then put our strawberries or something over here. Strawberries and chickens. We'll work something out anyway. It's not too bad, and it's not that high up there as well. I know there is a load of trees, but they can be removed as well and turned into wood again, which is not really needed because we have a ton of wood up there. So I might just go and sell it. It's a lot quicker. It's only good in the long run for having that sort of stuff over there anyway. What's that like? It's nearly fall. I'll get it from the way down. But anyway, that's what will be coming up, not in this episode, but it'll be coming up in the following episodes to come. So they will be going all down there. As I say, nothing else is going up along there. I was hoping to get a road the whole way up along there up to the top, but it's too awkward, and the worst thing about this truck is it's not strong enough to go up some of them hills, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to put them all over there. But yeah, that is, so let's skip ahead. And we're back. So the well, everything's been cut anyway. The grass has also been collected, has been baled, and has been put across over there. Now you can't see it yet because it's not loaded in, and the grass is currently growing again. I don't think we'll be able to cut that until January. Hopefully we can do it in January, because then if we can do it in January, we can do it in August, July and October, and then that will be 4 cuts, so it'll be 4 times lifted, so should be good. Now the thing we're going to be doing this here part is selling the hay, so quickly going to go over there and pick that up. Now I have been fairly busy. I have been attending to the cattle, the sheep as well, and then I have been collecting the various different resources such as the cheese, milk, butter, the flour, 2 different types, and then the sugar. So start collecting the sugar as well, because we're actually producing too much of it. There you can see all the bales there. Now there is 240 of those bales there, the silage. So if you do quick math, that is 480,000 worth of bales right there. 480,000 that we will be selling in January. Once we get that money, we will be buying that field. Let me see, back up. That field over there, the green one there. That's going to be bought, and it's not going to have anything grown it. All that's going to be happening there is industry. So I'm going to buy all the industries and put them over there. So it will be things like the bakery, and then to the side of that we'll be moving all our factories over. Now the thing about the cotton and all that there, and the mills and different things like that, is that they're running out soon enough. So what we can do is, once they have fully ran out, we can go and remove it and put it over. It will cost a bit of money, but it's just something to think about. Operating position. There we go. So we'll take this here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't remember. I did work it out. I think it was, how much did I work that out to be the last time? Hold on here. I did do the math for it. I think I worked it out to be about 50k. About 50k worth altogether. Won't be enough to buy the field or anything, but it's a good start anyway. So what I'll do is I'll sell all this here first, and then what we can do is, well, we'll call it an episode, and then the next episode we will go into January, where I'll start the cut and then start selling silage bales. Not going to show them all getting sold because it is tedious, taking them over and back, over and back, over and back. There's quite a lot there. There is 240 bales. So what I'll do is I'll just do a quick jump cut to whenever all that's sold. So it is December, and we will be selling the hay. So we'll see how much we get for this. Alright, we got 15 for that. That's good enough. Now, the thing is, I don't know what happened. Whenever I worked out the silage bales, it was, for some reason, the graph that shows you how much you would get for them in like January and stuff kept showing me 2,043. And if memory serves me right, we were getting like 2,500, 2,600 for it. Is that right? So we might actually end up getting a lot more. So if it is 240,000 and we do get, say, another 500 for each bale, that's going to be about 120,000 altogether extra added on top of our 480, which is a bit close to 500. And it would be nice to get that, but we'll see. There we go. So we've got 2 more runs to do after this. Just gonna go this way here and cut it. But yeah, it'd be nice to get some more money and all that there, because I would like to buy out the industries. This is just typical of me. I'm thinking of moving the dairy and grain mill. I don't like where it's over there, and you can't really drive the trailer up. It's everything stuck in the way. So what I might do with that other field over there is position all the industries in a way that they're close by to each other, and they're not going to be interfering with each other either, so you can just drive up to whatever you need, and so be it. And also we have to remember as well is that some of them we won't need to actually like do much. Once we offload the raw products into it, it'll do the rest. So like whenever we offload like things like grains and that, it'll be turned into flour. We won't need to touch the flour itself, it'll just go into the other things. But what I would like to do is, as well as that, is them 2 fields that we have got. So the one big massive field there on the left and the one on the right, we'll be growing other things in that as well. Was half tempted of converting that other field that we bought into just like a strawberry storage, but I don't know how many strawberries it takes to do make like the bakery and stuff, and then we need chicken coops as well. So what I'll do is I'll put down the bakery first, put down a chicken coop, and put down a strawberry as a test, so some sacrificial like thing that we'll put down, and then see if we need more or less. We've got 2 more after this here. I just want to test how much there is. Now, I know you could look at this online, but I'd just rather experience this on my own. No, there's always a bit of achievement when you discover it yourself. I apologize, I'm very tired. It's been a long day. Sometimes I bore myself. No, I've been busy all day, so it's just we've been doing a lot. But yeah, no, I do look forward to playing this game every day when I can. Some days I don't. Right back, but I love the money going up. It's just so satisfying. I don't think there's anything in the game that comes even close to that. Oh, I'm not watching my phone. I'm texting and driving at the same time. It actually just goes to show that is a prime example of texting and driving there. I thought I had straightened up there, and I literally glimpsed over my phone for a split second, and it was enough for me to crash. It just goes to show how quick it can happen. So don't text and drive. Now, there's all these other fields here in the game, and somebody did ask me before, am I going to buy all them fields? Quick answer, no. Not going to buy them all. I've tried it before. It's fairly difficult to do. Not to do, well, you do need loads of money, but it's I feel at that stage we will have long finished the game in terms of like all the other stuff that we wanted to do. I don't see a reason on buying all the fields, because the only reason you would buy all them fields is for multiplayer. So if you were having if I had this in multiplayer world, what I would do is, like, if I had, say, 2 friends joining me, I think what we would do is we would agree on like an allotment or like a set of fields that we will be buying and using, giving each other like a loan for it and all, or whatever the way that works, and then working our farm on that. So like we could split the map up into like 3 sections, or even if it's just one person, it's split it up into half, and then do like rock, paper, scissors or whatever. Throw the coin for which side of the map you want. It's a game I've never actually played multiplayer. I've played every other game I have played is in multiplayer, except for Red Dead Redemption. I've never played the multiplayer on that, despite actually having the copy of the game. I've never gone online on it. I just never got into it. Brilliant game, loved it. Like the whole, like, it's getting me hyped up for GTA 6. It really is. I just hope it's so good as the other ones. There we go. There's the last one. Oh, this thing's nearly empty. Need to be careful with that. We're getting the flashing, and it needs to be repaired as well. So that'll be the first thing I'll do. I'll go out and take this back and repair it, and then we'll call it an episode. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption, very good game. I did try to do like a let's play on it on this here channel, but it didn't get much love, so I kind of pulled the pin on it. But the other thing was, the mistake I made was I completed the game, and then next thing, about a week or 2 later, I said, well, let's play it again. And it is such a good game, but it's very there's a lot to it. Like, there's side missions you have to do, there's the story you have to do, and you can't do certain parts of the story until you do this here side mission. It's just, it's a bit overwhelming. I do love the game and all, I love the story, but it'll be a while before I play it all again. GTA is different though. It's a really good game, really good story, but I could play that story countless times, and I have had a couple of people requesting I play it, but it's an old game, and well, it's been played to bits already by different people, and yeah, I would like to do a let's play, but like, to be honest, making videos for YouTube, it is very it's very demanding, because once you start a series you kind of have to finish it. Now I know I have some things in the past and I've just started and haven't really finished it, and like Factorio and all that there, and Space Engineer scripting tutorials, but gone past it. Right. Let's repair this here. There we go. Well worth it. That's it. That's that vehicle finished. Now, I know the big tractor needs to be repaired as well, so I'm actually going to do that first. There it is. How far away? Oh, we're not that far away. The good thing about the grass is you can just drive straight over and you'll not damage it. Unlike that big big thing I put on over on the other thing. Oh, looks like I might actually have to quit this early. This session early. Well, when I say I quit it early, we're actually done. So I'll end it here now soon enough. I have other things to do. But yeah, I would like to play like the Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode again. I loved it, really did. Let's see, repair. Oh, 28,000. God, that's very good. It is getting worse, isn't it? Never used to be that much today. How much is left in this here tank as well? Still 12 on that later, so it'll be needing to fill up soon enough. Anyway, I'm gonna take this, and that's that. So anyway, I'm gonna end the episode there. In the next episode, we will be starting to sell the silage. I'll just show one section of the bales getting sold, and then I'll just get to the part where they're all being sold. Then what we'll do is we'll buy that field over there. I am trying to use the I'll just use the mouse instead, it's a lot easier. We'll try and buy that field over there. Now I hope this here is in the middle. I know my mouse cursor on this here menu is way off. So it is way off. So it is like I am currently highlighting over name. Under game settings I'm highlighting under name, but it's probably circling something else. But anyway, we'll try and buy that field over there. We'll convert that. We will put like the bakery over here. But what we'll do is we'll turn the output around facing this way, because we don't need to put anything into the input. Now, what we might actually do is, and this sort of contradicts what I'm thinking, what we might actually have to do is top it up first. We're not going to put it in straight into distributing to it because, well, it'll only be that current time. So what I'll try and do is, over the next month or two, is set some of those industries to just storage only. And that way, then, what we can do is we can just simply take stuff over to it. The other thing I'd be mindful of, and why I want to keep everyone over there all together, is because, well, that dairy needs milk and sugar. The milk comes from up there, so we have to drive all the way over to here, and then we have to drive all the way down to here to deliver milk to it. What I'd rather keep is all that stuff together and move all these here industries down in there as well. So we might actually end up moving this, or we leave that and we set it for something else. So we'll keep things like the grain and the grain storage there because it's handy to have, and then what we do is remove the dairy factory and the sugar. Actually, you know what, the sugar's okay there. What I would just do is actually move just the dairy, because what I want to do is just where just where you see that tank there, the tanker for the milk. What I want to do is have a smoother sort of a terrain going up to that, because you see that where it is over there at the minute, it's too steep, far too steep to get up there with the lorry, and it doesn't even get up. Like if you take a run from there the whole way up there, it won't make it up that bit of a hill. Really annoying, so it is. So what I want to do is try and slope that down a bit more, because it's just the lip on top of that where the front wheels and the back wheels just hit the ridge, so it's kind of like balancing on it. So I want to try and tidy that up, so that will be moved over there beside everything. Things like this shop, spinnery, and the not the carpentry, was it? I'm thinking of the name of the spinnery and the tailor shop. I would like to move them over there as well. However, I have been thinking, and that bit of space up at the back that I was talking about before, not over here, the one up on the top, I would like to put a load of sheep pens in there, and then put the tailor shop up there as well as the spinnery, because we don't want them too far away. So we have loads of sheep, and I have noticed that as long as you have a big sheep pasture, a sheep pasture will keep one of those going every month. So in theory, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So one sheep pen, large sheep pen, will do one of those for every month. So you don't need loads of sheep pens for it. So if you're doing, like, say if you wanted 5 of these here spinneries, you need 5 sheep pens, etc, etc. So that's something I would like to do, because clothes is the second best thing for well, for making money. So what I would like to do is set up a load of these where we just deliver bales and all that, but we'll worry about that when we get it to the next episode and the ones to come. This is just, I'm talking here about the future, so yeah. But anyway, we'll focus on getting this up here done. So what we'll do is we'll put the bakery up here first, then the strawberry greenhouse, and then the chicken coop, just as a quick test to see if it's enough to replenish it. And then we'll be able to do some maths and say, oh, we need 10 chicken coops for it, and we need, say, 5 strawberry greenhouses, and that'll be it. And we will work from there. Okay, so that's it for this here episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions, do drop it down below, or visit Discord channel that's linked in the description. Follow Discord channel for the schedule as well as the information board. They'll be able to see what games they're playing, as well as what games will, when those games will be coming out onto YouTube. But at the moment, it's just going to be Farming Simulator until City Skylines 2 comes out. As some of you know, I have been eager to play that. It hasn't been released yet, and we don't know when that date is. So when it comes, that'll be a priority, because it's such a good game. I love the first one, so I did the second one's going to be even better. But yeah. If you're enjoying the content, do consider subscribing and drop us a like if you enjoy what you see. As you know, it helps show what people are interested in the most, and I'll try and focus on those areas a bit more in the future. But other than that, thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.